Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Martyna and today I have a flip through video for you guys. Finally I have completed my fairy garden journal collection. I have 6 of those journals that I'm going to flip through with you today. First, I think I'm going to just pick one because they are quite similar inside, so I'm just going to pick one and then show you in detail, and then I will flip through the rest. But yeah, I am so excited. I'm so happy with how these turned out. These are not going to be going to my Etsy shop. They are all sold. 2 of those actually have been promised to a customer of mine back in 2020, I believe, or even earlier. No, I think it was 2020 when I was still making custom orders, and so she has waited a little while for those. And then 4 of these I've actually offered to my patrons because on my Patreon, the Iris tier, which is the giveaway tier, one of the benefits that they get is that some of my collections, I would say every other collection of journals that I make, I will offer to them for purchase before I put them in my Etsy shop. And so 4 amazing ladies actually want to buy these. So yeah, so these are not going to my Etsy shop, but I don't know about you guys, but I really love watching flip throughs. So I always get super inspired by journal flip throughs, and yeah, so I thought, you know, I also want to have a record of them, so I thought I would flip through them with you guys anyway. So these are of course fairy themed journals, and let me give you some specifics if you are interested, or you can skip a couple of minutes to the actual flip. So the journals are hardcover. These covers I made from scratch, and I hand painted them. I added a little bit of media to the covers. They all have the window or a window here in the front with a flower fairy image from Cicely Mary Barker. And then each one of the journals has some flowers, fabric flowers here in the front with some pearls as kind of the middles of the flowers. They have 5 signatures, all stitched with a 5-hole pamphlet stitch, and the amount of pages is about 180 front and the back. Here is the back of this one. This one I called Violet. They of course have charms, so let me get a little bit closer to you with those. So all of the charms include beads, a lot of beads. There are some buttons as well, and for instance this one has these 2 pieces are from an old bracelet, vintage bracelet that I just took apart and put a couple of pieces here. So this is what it looks like. All of my charms I make it this way that, oops, let me pick this up. All of my charms are done this way that they are quite loose here, so when you are journaling you can actually move it up so it's not going to bother you. And every journal, I'm just looking, yes, every journal has like a double closure, so 2 pieces of ribbon or sari silk or something like that. In this case we have this gorgeous deep purple ribbon and this gold ribbon. So let's go inside, or actually I will just untie it and I will show you guys the side as well. So as you can see, there is a little bit of fluff here on the top, and then the side, let me move this so that you guys can see. The sides are all decorated with fabrics and these beautiful bead dangles that there's more, I think, that have been gifted to me by the incredible Sophia in her beautiful Happy Mail, and I just wanted to share them with you or with my customers who were going to purchase the journals. So yeah, so I really love how the sides look. Okay, let's go inside this one. So I picked it randomly because, like I said, they are all quite similar inside. So inside there is paper on covering the spine and the inside cover, and each one of the journals has some kind of vintage fabric pocket here in the front, and then there are also some flowers and leaf trim on the edges. The digital papers that I use here are from my own shop. They are called Fairy Garden, and you can find them linked below if you are interested. But yeah, so, and this is the background of the Fairy Garden. So there's all the different papers that I usually add to my journals. This one is vellum, which I dyed with some inks, and the crinkle is amazing. Then this is a nice thin copy paper, which is tea stained, and also, this is probably not picking up on camera, but I've also sprayed them with some gold like iridescent mist. Then we have this cute little book page from a small fairy book that I have. There is a nice thick vintage music page, very smooth. More flower book pages. This is I think this was also gifted to me by Sophia, but it's just a beautiful colored cardstock. I just think it goes well with this journal, and these are actually kind of reinforcers on the page for this big envelope here. So we made this one together on a video, and I will try to link all the videos of the things that we made together for these journals below. So this is just a altered window envelope like that. There is grateful here, some little sequins and bits and pieces, and then it turns. I'm so sorry, I hope the lighting is okay. I think I will actually move these because it's such a gloomy day today, so I'm just not sure. So this flips out. This is a background page from Fairy Garden, and there is all the space for journaling. Then we have lined paper, which is again sprayed and tea stained, more from Fairy Garden, a journaling page. And then the other side, this is a nice crochet crochet lace trim. It's not a fairy trim. Book page. This is a journaling card, which is from the add-on kit. The add-on is available exclusively for my patrons, and if you are interested, the link to my Patreon is also in the description box. But yeah, they received a lot of ephemera pieces, and this is backed with tea stained paper. And the way I did this is I didn't glue this tea stained paper to this card. I just stitched it around. What it does, it makes it a little bit kind of like this, so it gives a super nice crunch. I love it. And there is some eyelash trim and this gorgeous, I don't know what it is, trim, but it's gold and it's pretty. Yeah. More little fairy books. All of my vintage fairy books. Some of them are not vintage, some of them are. I found on Amazon. More of this gorgeous paper. These are both from Fairy Garden, and here is a fabric flower. This is graph paper, which has been stained. This is a tack spot, and we also made this one together. Vintage book page. This is a fabric dyed paper. So yeah, I just used fabric dye the way you would use tea to dye some copy paper. Here we have two cute little envelopes made again from background pages from Fairy Garden, and I've put I think I have more. Yeah, a couple of those faux tea cards. Again, these are from the add-on on Patreon. In this one, and this one I think has, yeah, some vintage postage stamps for you to play with. And this is this nice tea staining. It had to be a strong tea, right, to get this really pretty recycled paper. This gorgeous Chinese receipt, which again has been gifted from Sophia. This is a actual vintage notebook paper which I tea stained. More from Fairy Garden. A background page. I love this crinkly paper. So this is actually, these two are both copy paper, but you know, the sound is totally different. This is why, this is because this is regular copy paper with 80 GSM, so totally normal, while this is thinner and this is 60 GSM. Here we have another piece of ephemera which is included in the add-on kit on Patreon, and this is inspired by a photo, like a Victorian photo frame. So this is like a floating pocket. You have journaling space on the back, and it's actually a pocket, and there is a journaling card inside here. So every journal comes with two, one the smaller size and one bigger size, and I have two designs of those. More from Fairy Garden. I love how spring and vibrant these pages are, because we are in the midst of winter here in Poland and I miss spring. Oh, so this one we made together as well. I had so much fun making these. So this is an altered coin envelope, coin pocket. So we just collaged the front. There are some pearls. There is a flower here, and then when we flip this up, I've just added some ripped paper, which I went around with some gilding wax, and inside of this, I'm not at the best angle here, but inside of this there are some gorgeous note papers, yeah, for some additional journaling, and they look like doilies, and they're even embossed, textured, so I really love these. Book page. This is from a Reader's Digest gardening book. Gorgeous illustrations. Again, a little ephemera piece. So here we have a pocket with a matching journaling card, which I think is stuck. Oh no, it's not. So matching journaling card. And then I used some of the Tracy Fox labels. These are from her pastel label kit, and I've added these two pieces of ephemera. This is from Tracy, her faux tea card, and this is my faux ticket from Pastel Blossoms, which is available on my Etsy. This is actual vintage ledger paper, which was very kindly gifted to me. Big tag, again, from the add-on. Oops. And again, what I did is I just glued, not glued it, but stitched it to some tea-stained paper, and it has this gorgeous tassel. More from Fairy Garden. More beads and fabric. This is again fabric dyed paper. Ooh, the crinkle. The crinkle is incredible. So as usual, all the different types of papers, sounds of papers, textures, sizes. This all of the kit pages, so the digital pages, are printed on good quality matte photo paper, and they are incredibly smooth. I love writing over them. Did we make this one together? I think we did, yes. So this is a tag, so the front here is collaged. I just fussy cut one of the fairies from the kit. There is some fabric and some lace, some pearls, and then the back side is space for journaling. Oh, I think you can see it here, a little bit of gold on those tea-stained papers. Oh, so here is the big frame. So once again, front is this Victorian-inspired photo frame. The back is journaling space. I added vellum here in the window, and inside there is this matching journaling card. Like that, and some of the journaling cards I just inked around because, like I said, this photo paper is just so smooth, so I didn't want to cover all of the backs with tea-stained paper. Some handmade paper. This notepad paper, I think it's from Filofax, and it's super smooth as well. This little pocket we made together in a video, so there is a tag spot here, and then this is a pocket. Here is some actual vintage ledger and some beautiful wallpaper printable from Lorna, tailor-made journals. Oh, look at this, isn't that cool? Yeah, and that's the end of this one. Here's my little signature. I wanted it to be kind of visible, but kind of not, so I just tried to work it in between the butterflies. So that's violet. This one is sapphire, and honestly I think this one might be my favorite just because I love this deep blue with this kind of like periwinkle or purplish colors. I don't think I've ever made a journal with this color unless it was the Galaxy one. So here are the charms for this one. This is again, here I have a piece of a keychain, which I think I got years and years ago from my father from, I believe it was maybe from Turkey when he traveled there. So there's that. And this beautiful lace that I have here was gifted to me by Sandra as a birthday gift. So thank you so much, Sandra, again. I love it, and I think it's just perfect here. Okay, so this one again has some vintage sari fabric, and this is made to a pocket. And again, the same thing, so digital papers from Fairy Garden, and all the different crinkly and smooth and beautiful papers. This envelope again, which has a window here and flips out. So even though these are not going to my shop, I do hope you guys enjoy this flip through and that you will maybe get some inspiration. I always get so much inspiration when I'm watching other people's flip throughs. And these, I think, are one of my absolutely, this is a double pocket, absolutely favorite videos to watch. Yeah, and my next collection, which I'm going to start working on very soon, and I've already started making some ephemera, but I will share more of the process with you here on YouTube. It's going to be Vintage Rose journal collection, and it's going to go to my Etsy store for everyone to be able to purchase. So yeah, so I think I will be offering every other, like every second of my, what's the expression? Every other, I think, of my collections to my patrons on the Iris tier. I love this blue. This is a nice thick ledger paper. A small photo frame. This is like a Polish ledger, so you have some words in Polish here. A collaged tag. Now this vellum is just scrumptious, and it's super easy to do because all you do is I lay my vellum sheets, which I get on Amazon, like the size of copy paper. I lay them down on a piece of something to protect my floor, and then I just go ahead and spray them with Lindsay sprays and with dilution sprays, and I think I have some Tim Holtz sprays as well, and I just mix some colors. I mean, I spray with one and then spray with another. But this is an awesome textured handmade paper. It feels like fabric. A big tag backed again with this paper, and this is a double pocket. Oops, excuse me. So I tried to really leave a lot of space for journaling with those books. This one is called Teal, so this is what it looks like. Again, those flowers here on the cover. The bag and the charms. And so on this one I actually have some stones, probably from some old jewelry, and this big perfectly teal bead, which I have no idea where I got it from, but it's probably from my mom's, I don't know, from my mom's jewelry, maybe from the 80s. I'm not sure. So this is Teal. Here is her pocket, and then yeah, pretty much the same thing. So with dyeing this vellum, the thing is that the only, I don't know, difficulty, let's call it this way, is that vellum very easily curls up when it gets wet. So first of all, I would advise wearing gloves if you don't want your hands super inky. I don't mind it, but they do get very inky. And yeah, and then you will have to just probably flatten it out a few times, because it will get like it will curl up. Here's the pocket in this one. So this time this pink one is in a big size, and the blue one is going to be in a smaller size. Yeah, I think a lot of space for journaling, a lot of space to make it your own. the big coin envelope. Oh, so this is a huge altered paper clip. We made this one together too, and it just holds this cash journal, this ledger paper closed, flip closed. So just put it here, and yeah, this is what it looks like on the back, even a little bit space for journaling. I loved making those. I think I need to do a mass making video of those because they are super fun to use. And the small frame here with again journaling space on the back, vellum in the window, and a journaling card inside. Collaged tag. Big tag. Double pocket, so there is the pocket in the back and here in the front. And this is a stunning paper. So this is Maggie Holmes from Willow Lane, but this I have no idea where this is from. I bought it in a local craft store years ago. Years and years ago, and I've had it lying in my stash waiting for a perfect project. So this one is Emerald, and this is what she looks like. Here is the bag, grungy, pretty. I tried mixing a few different green paints, so there is this very almost black, but it's still very dark green, and there is a little bit of teal, a little bit of lighter green. And the charm looks like this. So we have buttons. Some are vintage, some are newer. This nice huge bead, and just a variety of things here. And this pretty ribbon, keeping it closed. So I love this hot pink piece of sari fabric with this applique as the pocket. So I really was trying to make them colorful and happy. You guys know that I really like to combine the vintage look, like soft vintage, not grungy vintage, but soft vintage look and vintage pages with this more kind of vibrant, either pastel or vibrant, colorful look. Because yeah, it's what makes me happy. There's this journal card here and a couple of things. And I think really, if you're like me and you like both styles, you like both vintage and this more vibrant, colorful style, then I definitely think that you don't have to choose between them. You can combine them in your projects. That's really what I try to do. Pretty craft paper, a little bit textured. Journal card. The flip out pocket. Oh, another altered paper clip. Again with a little bit of journaling space, and it keeps this flip closed here. But of course it can be moved anywhere in the journal. So if I don't mention something in the description box, if I forget some link, some video or something you are interested in, please let me know in the comments and I will be happy to let you know. But I will try to link all of the videos and of course all of the other creators whose elements I have in these journals. I have left a lot of threads from my sewing machine loose because that's the look that I like, but every stitching has been kind of like back stitched as well, so if you cut them off, it's going to be totally fine. Nothing's going to unwind. Here is the little pocket with the card, and here is another pocket we made together. And beautiful Maggie Holmes papers on the inside cover. So that was emerald. And then this one I called magenta, and I love her too so much. Like these colors of this particular journal collection are kind of like little gemstones for me, really, because they are so vibrant. So there is the charm on this one. So again, buttons, beads, and all sorts of goodies. So again, here I have another piece of this hot pink, beautiful sari fabric. And then just the same thing, different book pages, but pretty much the same thing. Journal card, vintage music paper. Here is a pocket. We made this one together in a video where we were using scrapbooking paper scraps and collaging over them without covering them completely, and making tuck spots and pockets. Photo frame here. And of course with those photo frames you can pull out this card that's inside and stick a photo of your family or anything else you would like there. Pocket, and with this I kind of glued, instead of gluing these two sides to create a tack spot, I glued these two, and so this is like a strange but cute, I think, side tack spot. Funny. Okay, the big tag. So all of them have the same types of ephemera and the same amount and types of papers. Really the only thing that's different is the book pages. They are unique to each journal. This is so gorgeous. this bead. This is again one of Sophia's. And the fabrics, I believe fabrics on the edges are different as well. I kind of tried to make them fit the color scheme, to fit the cover and so on. The big photo frame, double pocket. And the back. And the last one is this. It's peach, although I believe this is apple blossom, but the color is more peachy for me. So that's what I called her. And again, all the different paints. So there is pink, there is peach, there is this very pale yellow or cream, there is gold. Try to create an interesting look. So again, I have some stones, I have beads, and then there is this huge button. And I love the ribbons on this closure. So this one is with like tulips, which I love so much, and then this is like a sheer one with gold edges. Just gorgeous, I think. Okay, this one actually has a little belly band with this piece instead of a pocket. I love this. This is nice and thick. So, you know, the comparison, just the textural, the tactile element I love about junk journals, that we have the super thin paper, and then we have a thicker paper, then we have this incredibly smooth paper, then a vintage book page, which is much more kind of, well, you can feel it's vintage, than this cardstock piece. Every piece here is different texture, different feel under your fingers. So I hope this video gave you some inspiration, some maybe ideas of the pages that you might like to use in your junk journal, or some, I don't know, color schemes. Or maybe it was just pleasant to watch. I hope it was. Another paper clip. And I'm very excited. And first of all, I'm very grateful to the wonderful ladies who decided to purchase those journals. And I'm also very excited to start my next project with you guys. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for spending this time with me. yeah, I really hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you guys very, very soon in the next video. Bye!